Okay.
Are you back on track? How does it feel?
Yeah, it's good to be back. Obviously, the young guys have been back for a couple of weeks now, but us old blokes are back into it, and it's good to get the 3K out of the way. The boys are usually pretty nervous, and it's some good time today, so it's good to be back on track.
And Cornsey puts them again, mate. No catching him.
Yeah, I think that's 10 or 12 years in a row or something he's won it. So he just keeps getting better, Kane, and he just sets the tone for the group, which is fantastic. I mean, you got your oldest player on the list coming and setting PBs is great for our young blokes to learn off.
Another PB from him today, was it?
Yeah, it was another PB from him, and I think there was there's several other guys with PBs. So it's fantastic to see the guys have been in, training pretty hard over the off season and come back and ready to go again, because we got to go up another level.
What was his address? He sort of had a little address the players after he finished his run. What was that all about?
Yeah, look, we just get in a line and of where we finished, and we sort of have a bit of a chat about where we're at, and it's great to sort of have that feedback after a session and know where you're at as a group, as an individual as well. So he usually runs that after we do a 3K.
Talk about the PBs that everyone set. What does it say about the standard? Is it just getting higher and higher, the sort of bar being set for blokes coming back from break?
Yeah, definitely. I think when we certainly finished the season, we had a chat and said that we need to come back in really good shape, because we weren't good enough last year. We got to the prelim and Hawthorn were too good for us, and we said, look, we've got to go to another level again, and if we're fair income, we've got to have a big off season, and it shows the guys have trained really hard over that off season and come back wanting to improve and get better, and this is just the start of it now. We've got Dubai and a pretty big pre-season ahead.
How do you go to the next level? You say another level. How do you get there? What do you got to do differently or better?
Oh, look, it's just training to another standard. Last year we set a certain standard of training, and I think our performance showed on the weekend, and now we need to go to that extra level of training again. I think each year we're setting a base, and again our base has got to be higher than what it was last year, and we just got to keep driving each other. That's how it happens. I think it's a lot harder to do it by yourself, and as a group we'll keep demanding each other to get better and improve, and in each area of the game, whether it's fitness, whether it's skills, competitiveness, all that sort of stuff, is just got to go to another standard.
And Burjo said it was a 3-year plan fitness-wise when he got here. This is your 3rd year, so you can take it a bit higher.
Oh, I guess Burjo did say that when he came in, and I'm sure he's got plenty planned for us in Dubai, and a bit harder again. So I certainly think we can go to another level again. We've got the players and the group to do it, and the drive to do it as well.
Are the boys looking forward to Dubai, or are they a little bit scared?
Oh, probably a little bit of both. I think seeing what we did last year was probably a little bit scary, but I think you go there knowing that what you're going to get out of it is a huge amount, and you go there knowing that it's going to be hard, but we'll come back in great shape. So we're excited for it because of what we're going to get out of it, and I think we go straight on Christmas break after that. So it's going to be a big few days, but we're looking forward to it.
How exciting is it to see Paddy out here?
Yeah, it's great. It's he's a fantastic player, but also a great person as well, and he's fitting our group really well. He's great mates with Angus Monfries, and they get along really well, and he's already fit into this group, and that's really what we pride ourselves on, and our recruiting staff have been fantastic. He's getting great players, but also great people, and he's fitted in straight away and added a fair bit to the group, and looking forward to seeing him out there putting a few down my throat, hopefully.
Finished 5th 2 years ago, 3rd last year, 1 kick from a grand final. Expectations for 2015?
Oh, look, I think everyone this time of year, talks about finals and wanting to play finals, but look, we right now we can't really control too much of that. We've just got to make sure that we improve. As I said, we weren't good enough last year, and that's a simple fact. But we weren't good enough to play in the grand final. We weren't good enough to go right to the end, and we need to make sure that right now we're improving on what we set last year. And as I said before, it needs to go to another level with our training, and that's all we're focusing on right now. It sounds pretty boring, I know, but look, it's just all about training and improving right now.
There's got a bit of limit. Internally, you guys think, obviously, being a kick from a grand final, that you're damn close.
Oh, look, close is probably not good enough. That we don't want, we don't want to be a kick away or whatever it was. The simple fact is we know we weren't good enough, and we're going to make sure this year we are good enough to go all the way. And right now it just starts with our training and preparation for the season ahead, and that's pushing each other in pre-season and making sure we improve.
That improvement in training, is it the same mentality you take personally? Back to back all Australian, for you to keep improving?
Oh, certainly, and as I said, I think Kane sets the perfect example. He's the oldest player on the list, and he continued to improve himself. And as individuals, we need to make sure we get better as personally, and I'm certainly the same. Whether it be my game, whether it be my captaincy, I've got to make sure that I'm improving, and then pushing that down to the rest of the leaders as well. And I'm sure they've had a great off season and ready to go again to learn and improve, and then we push that down to the young guys.
Sam Colquhoun coming 3rd off a
knee recon. Pretty big effort. And do you look at him as though something of a new recruit this season?
Yeah, definitely. I think he missed all of last year pretty much with that knee, and it's fantastic credit to him. I mean, no one likes to see anyone go down with a knee, and it's really tough for Sammy being so young. But I think credit to our fitness staff as well to get him back in such great shape. But for him to go out and train like he has, I mean, he started pre-season pretty much halfway through the season, and he's just continually worked really hard on his knee and on his fitness, and for him to come out and run another PB as well, I think was fantastic, and hopefully he can come in and add a fair bit to our group on game day.
How much does Ryder improve the group on the field?
Oh look, he adds another dimension for us. He adds a fair bit down forward and also in the ruck, and hopefully give Lobes a bit of a chop out. So look, we're super excited for him to come into the group and hopefully play some pretty good footy, and as I said, put a few down the throat of the midfielders. I'm sure Robbie Gray's looking forward to seeing him go out there and a bit of ruck as well, but also help Shilty out down forward and hopefully can sneak a few goals for us.
You had the silence, 63-second silence, honour of Phil Hughes earlier. That was your idea, I understand. Can you talk us through that? Yeah,
look, we spoke about it, myself and Kenny, before training, and we thought it was the right thing to do from the perspective of what happened with Phil, and it was a tragedy, and I think everyone was shocked around Australia and the world, and we want to show our respect for Phil and his family, and have the 63-second silence, and it's a tough thing to go through, and obviously we went through it with JMac not long ago, and for the Redbacks players, for the Australian players, and everyone involved with Phil. It's a tough time, and we just wanted to show our respect for Phil and his family.
I saw Ken speaking to Darren Berry. As a playing group, having been through what you've been through, do you guys offer some support or talk to the Redbacks group at all?
Oh look, we'll certainly be there if they need to have a chat or anything like that. As I said, we've been through similar circumstances, and look, we're definitely there. Our door's open at any time, and I guess Kenny's obviously having a chat with Darren Berry already, and look, we want to help out as much as we can where we can, and no one deserves or should go through these sort of circumstances, and we're certainly there to lend our support.
What was the feeling like having the Redbacks training on the same oval as you guys?
Oh look, yeah, it was probably the first time it's ever happened, and obviously those guys are going through a pretty tough time, and look, it was great to sort of share the same ovalism this morning, and as I said, we're definitely there to support them as much as we can.
Did you find getting back into training was helpful to your group when you went through that 2 years ago?
Yeah, certainly. I think, if it can make it any easier, being in a group, being a close family, and back into what you love certainly does help in those circumstances, and we certainly found that being together at the time, and being such a close group, and being able to lean on each other, and do the things you love. For us with JMac, he loved his footy. We love playing footy with him, so we get back and train and play footy. It certainly does, help in a small way, and hopefully for them, going out and playing cricket, with Phil, that's certainly something we spoke about. Will hopefully help them in some way.
So, which young players put pressure on the main group next year for spots? Obviously, Ryder comes in. Which other guys can really put the pressure on? Yeah, look, I think we just spoke about Sam Colquhoun. He's certainly one that has had a great off-season and ready to go, and he'll certainly put pressure on. And I think, Maury again ran another PB today, and he's certainly one that was on the fringe last year to put pressure on the midfield. And I think there's certainly a couple that'll, put a fair bit of pressure on our senior guys, and also even the 4 recruits. Hopefully they can come in and have a great pre-season and put a fair bit of pressure on our guys as well.
How do you think the new recruits went today, gelling with all of the boys?
Yeah, really good. As I said before, our recruiting staff have been so good at getting great people in as well, and they're all very humble, which is what we're about as a club, and what we pride ourselves on. And they've come in and had a chat to a fair few of the guys, and fit in really well. And from what we've seen so far with their running and their skills, and that is, they're great players as well. So it's a great fit for the club that they've come in having, great players and great people as well. What's your leadership process? Obviously, you're not going to give it yet, but how's it going? How does that work? Look, we'll probably have a chat about that. I think we got our first leadership group meeting today, the same group as last year, and that's something we'll probably speak about with Kenny and the rest of the group during the pre-season. And I'm sure it'll be pretty similar to last year. Our leaders were fantastic all year, and there's also a fair few leaders, younger leaders standing up. I know Ollie Wines is certainly one who really impressed me this year, and that's certainly something we'll address during the pre-season and get done probably towards Christmas time or just after Christmas.